Hey there, Scott Monday with Kitchen and Bath Crate. Now, if you're like me, the 1990s doesn't feel that long ago. In fact, it feels like just the other day we were like wearing our bomber jackets and fanny packs and listening to Wilson Phillips on our Discman, right? You remember those days? Yeah, those were good days. Well, actually the 1990s are now 22 to 32 years ago, and while it gives me pause to say such a thing, I did want to bring up the fact that we are seeing just a ton of 1990s kitchen-crate projects coming through the pipeline. And I think the reason for that is we have a specific product, kitchenCRATE Classic, our original flagship product we launched back in 2012, that is a perfect fit for 1990s kitchens. And here's why. 1990s kitchens tend to be pretty well laid out. They're not quite as cramped as kitchens from the 80s and 70s and 60s. So the layout is typically pretty good. And also because most of them feature true oak cabinets, the actual core of the cabinet construction is still pretty strong even 20 to 30 years later. The things that make the 1990s kitchens look, I don't know, dated and tired are a couple features that are very common. The first is tile countertops. Tile countertops were very common in the 1990s, and as we approach the 20 or 30-year mark on that type of countertop, you tend to see failure of the grout, you tend to see chipped tile, you tend to see tiles themselves that are actually coming off of the countertop. And for all those reasons, when you walk in, it definitely gives it a dated look and even kind of like a unhygienic look, if you will. The other thing that 1990s cabinets feature that cause them to look dated 20 to 30 years later is the yellowed oak cabinets. So a lot of these oak cabinets from the 90s were what we call a blonde oak or a yellow oak, and the clear coat on those cabinets 20 to 30 years later is starting to fail. So you'll see things like flaking or blistering or bubbling or even alligatoring. All of those features are really a result of the top coat failing, which really doesn't mean anything is wrong with the cabinets, doors, or drawer faces themselves. It just means it's ready for a refresh. So bring in kitchenCRATE Classic, which is all about new countertops, backsplash plumbing fixtures, and cabinet refinishing. And it's a great value as well because two reasons. First, it has about a 25% higher return on investment than a remodel in which all the cabinets are replaced. So you get a better bang for your buck. And in terms of just total project cost, the kitchenCRATE Classic tends to be about half the cost of a kitchenCRATE Custom. So for all those reasons, 1990s and kitchenCRATE Classic is a match like Dylan and Brenda from 90210. One of my favorite 1990s television shows, if you can imagine. So let's dive into 4 recent projects that I think really illustrate the 1990s kitchen as it relates to a kitchenCRATE Classic. So the first one I want to show you is kitchenCRATE Sparrow Street in Livermore. You're going to see a few pain points on this project as we look at the befores. So once again, our typical 1990s yellow oaked cabinets. All of these doors feature a scroll top or an arch top, if you will, which is a dated look for a typical cabinet door. And also there is a pony wall, a half wall, that sits right behind the sink that really creates this kind of odd 2-tier countertop scenario at the peninsula. So as you look at the after, you'll see we used these same exact cabinets. We got rid of that pony wall. We created a single plane with a waterfall edge at the peninsula. And then of course we refinished the cabinets, new faces in a shaker style, a beautiful new backsplash, and new flooring. And so you can see in a very short period of time, this project was right around 3 weeks, we're able to get rid of that 1990s kitchen and bring them right into the early 2020s. Next up is kitchenCRATE Framington Way in Elk Grove. You're going to see some very common 1990s trends. You're going to see the yellowed oak cabinets, you're going to see the tile countertops with failing grout, and you're also going to see just a hood over the cooktop area. Now in the afters, you're going to see how we fixed this. We went with a 2-tone scenario at the cabinets with a kind of a soft white on the primary cabinets and a rich grayish blue color on the island. And gone is that very small unusable cabinet over the top of the hood, and in its place is a new stainless steel hood, which really creates like a cool sight line and a cool focal point for this kitchen, especially when combined with the Bedrosian's Chloe white backsplash, specifically set in a herringbone pattern at the cooktop area. Once again, the same cabinets are used, the same layout is used, but it is an all-new kitchen and it is looking spectacular. Next is kitchenCRATE Bacchus Court in Salida. On this project, you'll notice a little bit of a lighter blonde cabinet on the existing. So once again, new shaker door and drawer faces, a really cool pattern on the backsplash, kind of a soft gray color on the cabinets with a very clean white countertop in quartz. And it worked really well with the existing flooring that you can see stayed in this project between the before and afters. And last but not least is kitchenCRATE Ramsgate Court in Dublin. Once again, your oak cabinets that were in great condition, but just all the finishes were dated, including the granite tile countertops. In its place, we now, once again, removed the micro hood and went to more of a standard hood feature over the top of the range. And then all of the faces were replaced in a shaker style, once again, with new countertops, backsplash, a complete facelift in just a few weeks that gives you the look of a new kitchen at roughly half the cost. So there you go. That is exactly why the 1990s and kitchenCRATE Classic are such a match. So if you have a 1990s kitchen that needs some help, give us a call at 888-995-7996 or log on to kbCRATE.com where you can schedule your phone consultation with Paula or a different member of our team at a time that works for you. Thanks so much for watching.